Today on our Monday plant series, we're going to be talking about Water Sprite. But before we get into that, while we're on plants, I just ordered, well, not just ordered, but I ordered plants from H2O because on his live stream he was giving away some cheaper plants that I didn't want no more, so they were a lower price. So I ended up getting for $18, I ended up getting 30 stems of, what is it called? Something Japan. I don't even know. I don't really care right now, but let me just say this is probably like the worst plant I've ever bought. I know he probably sells really good plants, but for some reason I got this plant and it's I don't know what's wrong with it. Out of the 30 stems I got, I only kept 4. That's how bad it was. All of them were dead when I got them. I just threw them away and they stunk so bad. They were just, all the leaves fell off them. All they were was just sticks. All they were just little stems, a line of a stem. There was no leaves. And yeah, they could grow back, but everything was all dead. And even these, I doubt, these don't even look good. I mean, if you look at them. It's just, first of all, I don't even think he knows what the plant that he even sent me, because if you look up the plant that he says this is, it's not even, it shows it as this like really red plant, which it does have like a pink red, but the plant that I showed on Google is like the whole plant's like super bright red. This is a green and pink plant, so it's not even, first of all, I didn't even get sent the right plant, which, I mean, he might have just screwed up and give you the name. I mean, that's what he did show me. I knew what I was getting, but I thought, I don't know what I was thinking. I was supposed to get 30 stems, which I did. I didn't really count. I mean, there was a lot there, but I only kept 4, and I don't even know if I'm going to keep these, so I might just wasted $18 on these, which is, I mean, it was a good deal for all the plants I got, but I got them, and they were just like, you can smell it through the box, and it stunk so bad. These plants just rotten. I mean, the fish right now are just tearing off all the leaves. I mean, this plant just, not saying you shouldn't buy from H2 plants, but I'm probably never going to buy from them again. I'm probably just going to stick to, all the actual websites. But, I mean, really, I mean, usually he has really nice packaging. Like, he'll put a plant in, like, like, say if you get a bunch of plants, like, he'll put them in its own separate little bag, and they look really neat and stuff. When I got it, it was just in a big ball. Like, he just wadded it up and threw it in a bag and then gave it to me, and everything was all just rotten. It was like the bag was like extremely hot. They're all burnt out. Half of them are dead. Well, 75% of them are dead. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. I mean, it kind of sucks because I spent all that money. But I don't want to make this video too long because I still have to talk about Water Sprite. But obviously the water is insanely cloudy. It's just getting worse by the day, but there's nothing we can do until the bacteria colonizes. I'm expecting by next month it should be clearing up. I mean, I'm assuming the bacteria will be colonized by then, but right now, I mean, I really don't want to show this tank no more. I mean, I just hate this tank. I don't even want to look at it. I mean, I'm just, after getting these plants, making this tank look that much more ugly. I don't know, I really don't know what to do with this tank no more. Until it clears up, I really don't want to do anything to it. But, back to Water Sprite. Already been filming it for 4 minutes, but Water Sprite, it's kind of, to me, it kind of looks like, it's almost like a fake looking plant, but it's actually really cool looking. They're like, it's almost like a bunch of little, I can't really explain. I'd have to show you a picture, but you guys probably seen it before. But they grow about 1 foot tall, but they usually get taller. They usually can grow up and then cover the top of your tank with like really cool leaves. I don't know if they're really leaves, but I guess that you can call them that. But they're a stem plant, but they'll get their nutrients from the water, so no need for like, I mean, you can have CO2 and, obviously good substrate, which will help, but they won't need it. They don't need to be planted, actually. So you can float them on the top of your aquarium. That's an option. So, very easy plant. I mean, probably one of the top 10 beginner plants to get. I mean, really, you don't need much light for that type of plant. I mean, you want to have good lights, but if you don't have it, if you just have, a simple T5 or just a simple, just reptile lamp, I don't know, some people use that stuff, and I mean, you don't really need a lot of light for some of these plants, but nothing more. Oh yeah, they're also called the Indian fern, so if you guys want to know that's I found that out like the other day. That they're also known as the Water Sprite here, and then some places call it Indian fern. But a really cool plant. I mean, it's not something I would put in this tank, but it is really. I mean, if you do it right, it can look very cool. I mean, I've seen pictures of it. It's not, my favorite, but I like stuff like Anubias and S. repens. I'm not even gonna begin to talk about that plant, but I do have a new heater coming. The dumb suction cups fell off of it, and it just hanging there, so I just decided to go get a new one. But I'm kind of mad right now at these plants. I have been talking to him. He said they probably got burnt, and he wants me to float them on top of the tank, which I'm probably gonna end up doing that right now, cause the fish are just tearing it up. And but yeah, just a quick update and then a little thing. Sorry if you didn't get that much info on Water Sprite. I mean, if you want more info on it, then you can hit me up in the comments or message me or something. But it's mostly just a little update, but still talking about plants. We were discussing stuff, but I think when we get everything settled down, I mean, if I get this next tank going. But yeah, that's all I have for you really today. So I mean, I didn't mean to, not talk about the plant that much if you click on this. But I'll definitely make a better one next Monday. But comment, like, subscribe, and if you want any plant suggestions, put that in the comment. Any top 5 suggestions, put that in the comments. But I'll see you guys on the next one.